Hey everybody, Goosebumps are Dummies here, back at it again with another cringy Garfield shirt. Now, don't we just love these? Sort of channel staple. I'm not even showing it right. Channel staple right here, guys. Best buds. It's so funny. Yeah, the cringe is unbearable. And I have these feelings of cringe and confusion and anger when I see listings for Goosebumps books that are... no. Horrid. Unbelievably horrid in price. Yes, I am talking about the rarest and most expensive Goosebumps books today. Yeah, some Goosebumps books have fucking gouging, disgusting, morbid, obese prices, alright? Fatter than me. They're disgusting. Some of them are actually good books, too, though that is a trend that they aren't, or at least not worth the price. I'd say only one of them is, and this is actually the first one to bring up. And to differentiate this video from the other videos, because I know this isn't a new topic at all, it's not like I'm making some earth-shattering revelations here. I'm kind of making my own version of something that's already been done. I do want to tread light on another idea of what are exactly the rarest to find IRL Goosebumps books that aren't just expensive, because expensive, yeah, pretty much every expensive Goosebumps book pretty much is fucking rare as hell. At least that version of it is expensive. But there's also books that aren't expensive, like, at all. We can get them for, like, $5, and they're unbelievably hard to come across, at least in personal experience and from what I have heard. So, yeah, we're going to be bringing up those today as well. And, yeah, let's just start off with one of the most obvious picks here today. And we'll actually just show these together because they kind of, you know, coincide. The final two OG series books. We'll talk about Werewolf later. Monster Book 4 and I Live in Your Basement. They're both equal in price. They're about the same, you know. Of course, it varies a lot, depending on the condition, because I've seen bad condition ones for like $25 plus or without shipping even. Good prices, honestly. Not bad at all. So, you can get these for a good price, let alone, obviously, Indian copies. But we're talking about only American copies. What are they worth? They're worth a lot. These are usually about $40 to $60 in a very good condition. But depending on condition, and if these had the trading cards, I think only this one came with trading cards, but I'm not sure. It might be high right now. It really depends on the condition and what's inside these books, because these actually, I found these, they have inserts, so yeah, that will definitely bring up the price. But yeah, definitely worth a lot of money, and I can see why they're not exactly common. These are the only two I've ever found in real life, let alone they're the only two I have that are American, or sorry, official, printed in the USA, not an Indian copy, cheaply made. They are legit copies. Moving on, we have another infamous book. Poopy. Moving on, we have another infamous book, and that is It Came from New Jersey. Oh, God! Oh, man, let me tell you. You thought $40 to $60 was bad? How about $250? I'm not even fucking kidding. That's a bit of exaggeration because nobody's paying that much. You can get it for a lot cheaper, but that's one of the prices you can see for this book. There's even signed copies out there, so fuck no. This book usually is around $100 at the cheapest. I've barely seen it below $100. Usually it's like $99, if it is. Not 100, but it's like 90-something. High 90s. Yeah, I actually paid up 100 in real life for this. Because I actually was able to somehow find this fucker. And yes, it was literally 100. But god damn it, you know, if you find this in real life for 100, it's honestly just not even that bad of a price. I mean, sure, it's horrible, but like, compared to online prices, it's about the same. So would you ever pay for one online and have it be a stock photo listing for the same price and have it be really bad condition, or get one in real life that looks good and you know, obviously you get it immediately? Really, there's no in between there unless you get it for like $2 lucky as hell. But yeah, holy fuck, stupid price, but I get it. You know, there's not a lot out there here, right? Nobody's selling this thing all the time. This is a rare book, but goddamn. Moving on, we're gonna be talking about Black Spines for a bit. Why not just talk about some of the most popular Black Spines just because of their rarity? Starting off with Poison Lake. I actually just reviewed this book, funny enough. Poison Lake is decently rare, and it costs about $50, maybe $40. It's not horribly priced, but damn, that is decently expensive. that's all I can say about that one. One of the slightly more worth it ones. I think I Live in Your Basement is one of the only genuinely worth it rare books that I've read so far. It's worth the price for one. Unlike this. Don't want to give away a score, but it's not exactly the highest score. Trick or Trapped. Same goes for It Came to New Jersey. Literally the same pricing. This thing can range from $100 to $250, usually a little less than $250, like $200 at the most. This one isn't rare online, but of course in real life you're never gonna find it unless you're really fucking lucky. And there's people I know who have actually found this in real life for like $1, so lucky bastards. But yeah, Trick or Trapped. Holy hell, $100 book. I actually paid that on the dot for this. Kill me. It is a horrible, horrible time buying that. When you get it done, it feels great. Next up, we have about $60 book, sometimes $70, rarely $50 something. Revenge of the Body Squeezers, the infamous sequel to Body Squeezers, or prequel. I haven't read it yet, I'm not sure. But yeah, another Body Squeezers entry. I'm excited to check this one out. Heard good things. But yeah, nonetheless, $60 is crazy. 70 even, 80. It really depends on the condition. Like this one's in really good condition, as you can see here. Very much worth a high price for what it is, of course, because it's always going to be a high price. Unless you get it at like a thrift store or someone's really stupid online and doesn't sell it for a lot. But yeah, hell, I don't know why this one is worth so much. I mean, it is one of the less commonly put online black spines. It's just like, of all books, I don't expect this one to be so expensive. It is easily the second hardest to get black spine. Next up, we have one that is actually more rare online. Not in real life. No, it is rare in real life. Way rare, obviously, but it's rarer online than most of these UIGs. This one doesn't come up a lot. Cave Creatures, or at least from what I've seen. Yeah, there's maybe like a few listings at a time. Cave Creatures, not exactly a common book, and it's usually around 30 to 40 bucks, which isn't bad compared to $100 books and $250. But goddamn, it is not fun. It is not a fun time to get that. I actually had to go off a stock photo listing when I got mine, and it actually, we gambled and won well. It's a very good condition, minus that, but even that, I'm like, I don't care, I don't need to replace it. This I do, though. This is another very famous black spine. This is about $50, and that is Return to Terror Tower. A friend of mine actually found this at a half-price books for about $2, so it's like, hell, man, lucky. Yeah, this is not an easy book to find. Once again, one of the most infamous black spines for how goddamn expensive it is. $50, I mean, compared to the $100 price tag on Trick or Trapped, it's better, obviously, but still, damn. Next up, we have about a $30 to $40 book, and this one's another Cave Creatures case, where it's not exactly common to come across online. But actually, so funny enough, the Indian copy of this is super common, of all things. This. Ship of Ghouls. It's a book that exists, and it's not exactly common online, like I said. But, you know, the price isn't terrible compared to Trick or Trapped. It's only $30, $40, like I said. And final black spine, Elevator to Nowhere. Once again, Cave Creature, Ship of Ghouls case. Not exactly common online. I actually got this for $13 via stock photo listing, and I gambled and won well. The worst thing about this is the crease up there. It is actually really good condition. So, yeah, $13 stock photo listing. That was a fucking good gamble. But goddamn, this one doesn't come up all the time, and when it does, it's usually not crazy price. I actually think it's a bit cheaper than Ship of Ghouls. It's around $30 to $35. That's the price I usually see it for. I think 40 at the rarest. And moving on to some books I actually don't have, so I have to show some photos. Our boy. This is easily the second most infamous rare Goosebumps book ever. The third being Came from New Jersey, and the most is Trick or Trapped. Holy crap, man. This book is worth hundreds. 150 to 250. That's the price range, I'd say. It is fucking unbelievable. Even 300 sometimes. There's a $350 listing right now on eBay for a fucking hardcover of this book. That is fucked. That is really, really harsh pricing. That is obese in size. Fuck, man. But yeah, this book is so unbelievably hard to come across. Bjorn actually found two in one shop. at one time. The video, I don't know where it is. If somebody can like link the video below. It's a Nerdburger video, so it was on some other channel that Bjorn's collabing with. He found 2 of these in one shop. It was crazy. But yeah, this book, if you come across it, buy it. Even if it's like 20 bucks. Man, it's fucking worth it. Holy crap. Extremely rare. And I actually don't have these 2 next books, but Calling All Creeps and Jack Lanterns. These are both pretty equal in price, but Calling All Creeps doesn't come up often at all. It's actually quite a rare occurrence online to see that. But when it does, it's usually around 100 to 150 bucks. Usually ranging to the 150 territory. And sometimes higher. Sometimes I think I've seen for 200, but either way, it's expensive, not cheap at all. Jack Lanterns actually can be cheap. If you get it on a bid, you can get it for a little under 100, which is good, but it's a fucking bid, so have fun against the 30 like other people trying to bid on it. I wouldn't recommend trying those. Just buy one that's a single listing, or buy it now at the very least with a good price. The average price is once again 100 to 150. Usually see it for actually around 100, which is better, but still, fuck. It's easily the easiest presents book to get of the rare trio. There's also one that's around $40, but I'm not bringing it up today because I don't really know how rare that one is compared to the other presents books. I feel like it's just bad pricing for a common-ish presents book. And compared to the other, Black Spine presents, it's not exactly uncommon, but it's still uncommon nonetheless. So yeah, that is the rare and expensive books out the way that I wanted to bring up. Now moving on to the rare but not expensive books, because I thought I'd spice this video up a little to make it interesting. So what books do I think are rare but not exactly expensive? Well, starting off with a weird one. Dummy 2. Specifically, and I mean specifically, the OG version, as well as the 2000s reprints. Classic reprint, find that all the time. Not gonna bring it up. That story's not hard to find. That book, that copy, I have like 10 of them. But this right here, this is hard. I think I found about 5 of these, excluding the Target reprint that I found. So we're not talking about reprints much, but the 2000th reprint, rare as hell. Target reprint, quite rare, but there's a video coming up about that in the future, maybe near, maybe far. I mean, I'm making a video about the Target reprint someday. I promise you that, unless I die. But yeah, these motherfuckers. Dummy 2 original copies. I can't find them. I cannot find them. And I actually just found one recently at a Goodwill, which was like, holy crap. I never see this book. I think I find it maybe once every 2.5 years. It's unbelievably hard to come across for me. And I don't know why. Is this a common occurrence? I know people also have trouble with the Dummy 1 reprints from 2000s, with the dummy head being more straight. That was a cringe pose. But yeah, that reprint's also really rare, but we're talking about originals. Original Night of Living Dummy is not that rare, but it's decently hard to find. I mean, I don't have many. I think I've found about 8. But yeah, this is really, really hard to find. Next up, we have our later OG series. We actually have 2. So I said I'd bring up Werewolf Skin, but before that, Camp Cold Lake. This is my only copy, and I bought it online. I have found one, the book fair edition, but, and of course reprints. The reprints of this one is way more common. I mean, super common. It's actually one of the most common reprints, I think. 2000 reprints at least. I have like 5 of those. Not a few. I have a decent amount. So yeah, this is rare. I don't know why. I never can find this one of all late OG series. The most common late OG series is probably either like Learn to Fly, Calling All Creeps, or weirdly enough, Haunted School, which is one of my favorite books. I have too many of those. So yeah, this book, I can't find it. Literally have 1 copy, and it's a weird edition, so I've never found a normal original copy of this book. And I just want one, because mine's in horrible condition. Yeah, is that also a rare one for you? Next one, this one's obvious, Werewolf Skin. I actually just found my first ever normal copy of this book. Not that I've ever found weird copies. But I have had multiple, I have about 4 of these in my lifetime. Of course, one with the mask, one with just for display copy sake, and now this one. Maybe I only had 3, but yeah. This is really weird, but I never find werewolf skins. It's not exactly a common book, no shit, but it took me 11 fucking years. I say 11, well, not 11, but like 10 and like almost 3/4 years to find this book. And that's saying something. That is so stupid. I found this book after I finally found Mosswood 4 in a Live in Your Basement. It's so crazy how unbelievably rare this was for me. But yeah, Werewolf Skin, not exactly expensive. It's about like maybe 20 to 30 bucks, but goddamn is it rare. It is a rare fucking book for me. And another one that I think is weirdly rare, unlike its reprint counterpart, classic reprints, is actually the Haunted Car. The original Haunted Car. I have never found this book in real life. This is actually an online copy I bought via stock photo listing. I gambled and lost a little. Spine is horrible. Back is, I mean, it's aight. Front's aight. Even though the pages are, yeah, you can see the pages coming out, so it's not aligned well. Goddamn, spine is not very good. But fuck, I can't find this one anywhere. Funny enough, this one I actually did find in real life, and it's not expensive at all online. It's like 20, 25 bucks, which is still not a good price, but it's like, fine, that's understandable. It's a rare 90s Goosebumps book. Ghost in the Mirror. I actually found this at Goodwill last year, and one of the best days ever, just because never had the book, randomly found it at Goodwill, just a single book alone, which was just the biggest shock I've ever seen. And it's a banger. But, I thought I'd bring it up because I don't think I'm ever going to find this again, just because of how unbelievably long it took me to actually obtain this. One of the final Series 2000s I actually needed to grab. This was one of the top, like, final 6, I believe. So, yeah, this book, and you can see it's not in the greatest condition, but nonetheless, I'm so happy to have it. This book, I'm never going to find again. I really don't think I will. It's such a hard one to come across. And now we're moving on to some weird choices. Y'all are going to be a little confused. I'm bringing up moderns now. Oh, shit. But let me tell you, there are moderns that are so rare, but it's not even funny. I mean, goddamn. I could talk about any Mark and the God of GYGs, more Series 2000 presents books all day, but what's going to include some fucking moderns? Head You Loose. Easily the rarest Horrorland book to me. I never find this. I don't even know where I got this. I think I actually got this on an eBay lot when I was like 10. For my birthday too. That was the birthday where I got a Haunted Mask 2 mask, the pinball machine, so long time that I've had this book. About almost 5.5 years. But goddamn, you gotta be joking. Like, how is this so unbelievably hard to find? It's a modern Goosebumps book, but it really is. I have never found it. Ever. I found Mosswood 4 before I've ever found Head You Lose. Unbelievable. I do not have a single duplicate of that book, too, so I'm keeping that thing in good condition. Now we're actually bringing up 2 Halls of Horrors, and these go hand in hand. Book 4 and 6, Why Quit Slime to School and Birthday Party No Return. Once again, what the fuck? I can't find these anywhere. Anywhere. I have no clue where I actually got these now. Now these, I have no clue. Like I said, no clue when I got these and how I got these, so I can't tell you if I ever found them or not. Because as far as I know, they spawned into my collection at some point. No memory of how I got these. I think I might have got this one for my birthday. Not the birthday book, the zombie book. But yeah, it's so crazy to think how modern books can be so hard to find. And I know there's people who agree with me, because the next one, a lot of people have already said, yeah, that's easily one of the most hard to find moderns. But these 2 right here, especially this one, because I have no hope in finding this one ever again, honestly. This book, though, is also pretty fucking rare. These are just really hard to find. And they're cheap online, too. All of these are not expensive, besides, like, Ghost in the Mirror, which even then it's just, like, 25 bucks, and where it's going to be, like, 30. But, yeah. These next 2 also go hand in hand, but I'll show them differently, because one of them is notable. This is actually an infamously rare modern. Creature Teacher, The Final Exam. I actually put this on the thumbnail. So, this is why. No. You're never going to find this one, and if you do, consider yourself a very lucky motherfucker. Man, this one went out of print. This one hasn't been reprinted in a while. And I don't know what makes it so unbelievably, unfathomably rare. Alright? But it is. like, really rare. And the funny part is, it's like $5 online for a stock photo listing, which I actually bought. I've never found this one out in the wild. I did find one at Barnes & Noble when I was really young. My mom bought it there, at least as far as I know. She might have got it online when it came out, but either way, I have never been able to find this one ever, as far as I'm aware. I literally had to buy a duplicate online because my only copy was pretty rough. This one isn't much better, but it is, you know, at least the back isn't ripped up and shit, so there's that. It actually looks way better on camera than real life, but nonetheless. Unbelievably rare book, because it's hard to actually believe how rare that one is for being a modern. And same goes for this one, but I actually found this recently. Nightmare on Clown Street. I've only had one copy for as long as I could remember, and recently, literally, earlier this month, or on the 10th, or sorry, the 9th, actually, on the 9th. On the 9th, we stopped by a antique store. I think it was the 9th at least. It might have been another week, because we went to bookstores separate weeks. And this was just sitting on the shelf, a bunch of other, you know, common, modern, and some 90s Goosebumps books. And I was in shock, because I had never found this. That was my first time ever coming across this book in the wild. This is a really, really, really fucking rare modern. And I think it's actually at Barnes & Noble, too. Like, I still think this one's in print, so for obvious reasons, the movie, and iconic book. A lot of people really like this one. This is a very praised modern. Understandably so. We'll get to my review eventually. But nonetheless, why? Why is this one so hard to come across? It's so dumb. But yeah. And for Slappy World, I'm not going to talk about it. It very much varies between person, but I'll tell you this. Let's run through 10 easy pickings. Beyond that, have fun. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and hearing me talk about books that you might actually find very often, for all I know. And me having horrible luck for the past decade. Because I've been collecting for that long, and I'm only 15. I've been collecting since I'm a little boy. I'm not even kidding. It's kind of hard to believe that I was collecting when I was in almost preschool. Kindergarten, for fuck's sakes. I was into Goosebumps. I still remember memories of me watching Goosebumps videos in kindergarten, in the classroom. Crazy shit. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Tell me what you think about some of these picks below. And have you gotten any of these books? What is rare to you? What is not? And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.